Hey, hi everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Just imagine your manager is asking that, hey Vishal, I wanted to know how many credit we have consumed last month, or I wanted to know the comparison of the credit between the month or the year. He also want me to know what are the fail-safe stories we like all the tables occupying so that we can basically take some decisions and we can save some cost. In simple word, we have to create one simple solution so that my manager or my director they can quickly take a look of all those KPIs and take the decisions. But for this, do we need to create any external dashboard like Power BI or Tableau? Answer is no. We are going to utilize the Snowsight dashboards feature and we will be creating all the key KPIs which you or everyone working as a developer should be watching. And in this video, we will be covering all the main KPIs, the essential metrics, and how we are going to set them up. I'm sure by the end of this video, you will be having a good confidence to create a Snowsight dashboard like from the scratch. So for this, come to the Snowflake and click on plus create and here click on the dashboard. Now, write the dashboard name and that can I can mention this is a account health. Click on create dashboard. So this is going to be your dashboard name. You can give it anything. Now, before understanding or before creating a dashboard, you need to understand two things. One is the information schema. Second is account user schema. You can basically go through with my blog on Medium's account users versus information schema. But I'll take 30 seconds to give you a key differences. Account user schema is going to capture all the account level parameters, like everything is happening in your account will be under the account user schema, but everything is happening within the database that will be into the information schema. And then there are some other differences like a latency. In information schema we don't have any latency, but in account user schema we have a latency up to 3 hours, and some of the views are even like 6 hours or 8 hours. And then in the account user schema, the data retains up to 1 year, but in information schema, like 3 months to 6 months. So most of the metrics we are going to derive on the account level. So I will be utilizing the Snowflake account user schema. But what are the views I'm going to query that you will come to know, and then you can just save the query, or you can even like ping me for the queries. Now, the first query, before creating a first style, let me just show you what are the kind of a KPIs I can create or like you will be creating. First thing is total warehouses, total query executed, or in fact, we can just like a average query execution time, and then total storage, total database, failsafe storage, warehouse-wise credit consumption, or top 10 longest running queries, or weekly credit consumption, something like that. We can create some KPI. So for that, I'll click on new tile from SQL worksheet. Now I'm going to rename it and I'm going to write first one is total warehouses. Means I'm gonna I will be getting a list of the all the warehouses available in my account. So for that, I'm going to query in a SQL format, select form, and as I mentioned, I will be using a Snowflake account users, but here I will be using a warehouse meeting history view. And in this, if I just write warehouse name, then it's going to give me a 50-60 list because of how many times my warehouse were active and got suspended. So I just need to write distinct warehouse name. So I do have three warehouses coming. This cloud service is basically for the serverless features and all, but we have compute warehouse and dev warehouse. But that's fine. I'll come into the chart section and I'm gonna make it as a scorecard. So this is the scorecard is looking good, right? Because we cannot use any line chart or bar chart, and I'll go back to my dashboard. So this is the first sheet or first visual has been created or first KPIs has been visualized on the Snowflake dashboard. Now let's do and create another tile from SQL worksheet, and here I wanted to know the total databases. Snowflake dot account user schema. And we got everything. I'll come into the chart. And if you will look at it, it also has some system schema like a Snowflake and Snowflake sample, but that's completely fine. And I'm going to click on scorecard and I'll come back to here. So we have two KPIs. However, one thing you have noticed that the width they are like occupying is too much, and we need to adjust that. So you try to hover your mouse like this, and then you can adjust the width also. Now, but the two KPIs in a one line, it's not looking perfectly fine. So we'll try to create one more KPIs, one more scorecard, and that scorecard, obviously, we have mentioned earlier here the total stories you can take or total query executed. So I'll come and will repeat the same process. Now I'm going to create total query executed. And for that, I need to query the account user schema, but this time I'm going to write a different view, which is query history. I hope you remember that every time you write a query, it generates a query ID, and that is going to be a very unique, and you will be finding under the query. So I'm going to write query ID. And it is going to give me like 10,000, 15,000, depending on your account. If you are working on a real time, this probably would be in millions, because this is my sample account. So I do not write these much query, and I can have 10,781 query executed. Now again, as I mentioned that these two scorecard is not looking good in a single line, we have to adjust it, and you can drag and drop it. Again, one more, it's taking too much of like space. So can we have one more scorecard? And yes, so that it will look good. And then we can take this total stories, we can say. And that will give me an idea how much stories we are occupying. But now in the total storage, you need to mention whether in terabytes, gigabytes, or MB. I'm taking MB the only reason because I have very small tables in my databases, and if I'm going to take terabytes, it will be showing 0.000 something, which is not going to be look good. For that, I just have to write from Snowflake dot account. You need to pay attention to these particular views, because I'm sure you would be able to write the SQL statement, but which view I'm going to use is that is something which you need to write. So for that, we have a storage users. Now, in the storage uses, if I'm just going to write select star from it, then you will be seeing some different stories. We are not only going to pay for the table storage, but we have to pay for the failsafe byte as well as the stages byte. And that is something you are going to take up some of it. So I'm going to quickly write average storage byte plus stage bytes plus failsafe byte. There is nothing in the hybrid table, but yes, you can even take that. Okay, and then divided by 4. And after that, I need to convert it because it is into the byte, and we need to convert into the MB. So you can just simply divide it by that. I guess I may be wrong with the math, so you just need to check it on the Google. Probably we need to divide it by 6 times 0 as total MB. And let me just run this. Yeah, now we can even round it, because I just wanted to up to two spaces, 39.76 MB, and then we can store it over here. So this is like the scorecard is done. But what other charts are available? We have line chart, we have bar chart, we have scorecard, we have heat grid, we have scorecard. So scorecard we have created 4. Now let's try something on a bar chart or the line chart. So for the line chart, Let me create this one KPI or last 7 days, or we can have these two things. One is for bar chart. Last 7 days, I wanted to create my credit consumption. So first, I'm going to create new tile. Last 7 days credit consumption. For that, the credit consumption, you will come into this warehouse meeting history. You will be like querying that. Okay, I can quickly copy this one so that now I'm going for warehouse meeting history, the sum of the credit use and the day. And after that, I'm going to just minus 7. So it will be giving me last 7 days. So I may not have queried or may not have executed anything on 8, 9. That is why it is showing me. But yeah, in your query, in your account, it will be showing you up like a continuous 7 days. Okay, so for me the only reason because I am not actively using this Snowflake account. I'll come into the chart section. Now in this chart section, this is a scatter plot, you can see, but it's not looking good. So can we try something else like a bar chart? Yeah, you can have this is a last 7 day credit consumption, but it is a basically a the chart which we are creating over the period of time. So the line chart will fit best. And as you can see, this now it's a line chart and the on x-axis. It is taking both. So on x-axis, let's do this one. On this one, you wanted to go with that. 6, 7, 10, and this one. Okay, now you can then even show pointers. You can do the label x-axis. These are the days. It's actually showing a different day now. It's a series we can take. If then it is going to take different one. The day start time and the label y-axis. It is the total credit used. And you can even change some, like you can in this fill area, then it will going to be like that only, and that's how you can just visualize that. Okay, so that's how you can do, you can create a line chart which is going to say last 7 days credit consumption. Now I wanted to know the warehouse wise credit consumption, because there are multiple warehouses wise credit consumption, so that we can get to know which warehouse is actually generating more credit, so that you can even like take some decisions, or you can find out that which team is actively or like writing multiple queries, or can we apply any resource monitor on top of it. Okay, so again I'm just going to quickly copy this. You can just find out a monthly comparison or something which you wanted to know what this is, which is going to give you a monthly. Okay, but let's not do that. Let me take a warehouse name, because I wanted to know the comparison between the warehouse name. So here it is a cloud service, so serverless features very less. The compute warehouse is 12 credit and dev warehouse is 0.09. If I'm going to click on create chart, this is how it is going to be look like. Okay, but if you want to change the orientation of it, you will come into the appearances and you can do like that. Okay, now this is not looking very good. You might be thinking that okay, it's just because of the values, but I hope you understand how you're going to create the bar chart, how you can change the orientations. This is the order by bar size, order direction, whether you wanted to go for ascending or descending. And again same, you can do the label x-axis and label y-axis. Okay, now I'll go back to my dashboards. Okay, so you can change that, but like in your real time account, you probably would be having 5 7 warehouses, and each of the warehouse will be showing you good numbers, not in just like I created only for the testing purpose the second warehouse, but most of the time you would be using this compute warehouse only if you are just learning. So we have created a line chart, we have created a bar chart, and the scorecard also we have created. Now can we just like if I come here and click on new dial, okay, I actually wanted to know that can we create any other chart which is not available in this list? Okay, answer is yes, but there is only one chart which is a table form. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say this query type. I need to find out that how many queries or what are the maximum of the query type is being getting executed. Okay, so you can simply take this. I do have this query, and here I'm just taking that which is executed more than 100 times. For that, again, you're going to query the query history. There we have a query type, and then just going to execute that. Now, this is going to be your select and all. Now, in this case, you do not need to come into the chart because whatever the output is coming into the table form, I'll simply visualize that and I'll go back to here and you check here. This is my table. Okay, that's how you can basically showcase it. Now, the next is I wanted to create a monthly basis warehouse consumption or credit consumption. Let's say I need a monthly basis so that you can just credit comparison. You can find out in which month we have actually spent more credits and in what month we have spent less credit. So you can take in place of that, we're going to use the same query which we use. So in place of the warehouse, I'm going to take month, and then we are going to just, and here this is December or Jan. You can change it. I'm taking month name, but you can take month only, then it will show 01 02 03. You can do some more modification by using by writing SQL statement. Again, I will be like changing the orientation of it. Now you see this is December or Jan, and if I'm going to click add columns, that is month name, and if I'm going to write and going to add into a series, then it will be showing a different color. Okay, so this is like how you can add more columns, and if you're going to add another column, then it is like if there would be like multiple databases or multiple sorry months, and you wanted to give them every single color, then you need to give into a series. Okay, I'll come into this, and then you see monthly basis credit consumption. So we have created almost 7 8 KPIs. But if you think that okay, Vishal, you need please help us to create some test KPIs also. So do not feel to do not feel hesitate to comment down. I'll be happy to create that KPI for you guys. Now, one last thing in dashboard which is required, that is how we are going to apply a filter, right? Every dashboard or every visualization is incomplete until unless we add a filter over there. What if I just wanted to know the account health of this particular warehouse? Only this compute warehouse. Okay. So for that, I have to create add filter first. Second, how you are going to edit your query. Okay, let's see that. So you are looking at this symbol here just under the dashboard. You need to click on that. This will take you to the filter option. Okay, as you can see, I do have already this filter, but I'm going to just remove it because I will be creating from the scratch. So you need to click on plus filter, and there you are going to give your name warehouse. This is going to be my display name, like what it is going to be visible on your site, and that is the SQL keyword. That means you are going to use this keyword in your queries to filter your data. So I'm taking this warehouse. This is warehouse name. Okay. Now next, which warehouse you wanted to use to refresh these background data. That is fine. Now I wanted to write a query or a list. So if you wanted to create a list, you have to pass it. like this is name and the value, something like that. You need to pass it. But I want that the value should automatically fetched up. There should not be a manual intervention. I'm going to give option by a query. I'll write a query, and here I will be writing select distinct, and I'm going to write snowflake dot account users dot warehouse metering history, and this one I'm here writing distinct warehouse name. So this is going to be my all the values appearing in the warehouse name filter. You can even create your filter for your date, for a like a month, date, year, so that like you can utilize and you can just see that okay, last 7 days credit consumption I wanted to know, or last month history I wanted to know, that you can do it. Okay, in case you need that query, please feel free to comment. I am not going to say that it should not never refresh. The reason because otherwise it is going to generate some credit for me, and that query will keep executed every hour. So I'm not going to check that. But yeah, in your real time you can do refresh hourly or refresh daily. Okay, then the multiple values can be selected. Answer is yes. Include in all option, so that you don't have to pass one by one value. You can simply click on this, and then I'm going to save it. Okay, so this is going to be my filter, but this filter is still not appearing on this dashboard. The reason, because we have not created, we have not used that filter. So let's see that the total query executed. I'm coming in this and click on this edit query, and here I'll write the filter where warehouse name equal to, but I wanted to utilize that filter and that should dynamically change my value. Okay, so I'll write equal to and then colon. As soon as I put the colon, I get my filter, that is warehouse name. And you see here, I put this warehouse name and it come over here warehouse. I'm going to run this and I'll go back to it. Now you see this filter start appearing on my dashboard. And also when I'm just hovering my mouse on this filter, it is highlighting this sheet. That means this sheet is utilizing that filter. Similarly, you can change this in every single like wherever you want. So I can this and warehouse name equal to, I executed that. I'll go back to here. Then warehouse wise credit consumption. If I wanted to do it, then also I can do that. Now if I hover it, these three sheets are getting highlighted. So that is the thing you can like you can apply. You can even like write it into this these two. Okay, but that is totally up to you. I mean, that's how you can adjust the height and the width of this. Okay, so like yeah, I'm just let me just do that. Now after this, once this is visible in your dashboard, you click on that and select. Let's say I'm just selecting compute warehouse. Click on done, and you need to click on apply, and you see these number will changed. It's 555. This is just showing one visual. It is also the number got changed. And you can save. So this once you're going to save it, this will be the default view for everyone. So whenever they are going to open this dashboard, by default, they will be saying that the compute warehouse is selected. I'm going to click on all, click on done, and then I'm going to click on apply, and you see the number will get changed. Okay, so this is how you can create your dashboard. Now the last thing is how you can share with your colleagues or with your manager. So you need to click on click on the share option. You are going to write your manager name or your email address, and then you're just going to write select it, and then you can give the permission also that people with link, they can view or run it. They can only view result and they cannot view. So these are the permission you can set over here, and then you can click on done. So that's how you can share this dashboard, and they can check it where they will come into this dashboards option here and shared with me. So they will see the dashboard shared with me. Okay, so this is how you can see, like, okay, we have three dashboards. Now it's a account health dashboard. It's going to be like that. And I have created one more account overview that is also going to be like this. So that's how you can even like show it. Okay. I hope that is going to give you enough confidence to create your dashboard at your like on your account, and please create it and share with your manager. I hope you're going to like it. So thank you for watching. Till that, stay happy and stay healthy.